Because one of the arguments used against those who affirm the Trinity is Deuteronomy 13, verses 1 to 10, warns the Jews, the Israelites. They weren't called Jews back then. Deuteronomy 13, verses 1 to 10. It says that even if someone does a miracle or a sign that comes to pass, but then tells you, come, let us worship gods, neither you nor your fathers have known, do not follow him. The Lord God is testing you. And one of the objections used by rabbis is they see the Trinity is an alien God, a foreign God. Exactly. So what? Jesus did miracles. So what? He rose from the dead. This is God testing us to see if we're going to follow this alien, foreign God or going to stay faithful to the God of Moses. Yeah. So if you cannot establish that our concept of God is anchored in the solid interpretation of the Old Testament, you're going to now weaponize enemies of the faith to reject the Trinity. Because of Deuteronomy 13, verses 1 to 10. It's right there. It says, God even tells him in advance. He says, a dreamer or a prophet will announce something, and it will come to pass. It says it. It will happen. It's going to happen. But then he tells you, follow gods. Neither you nor your father have known. God is testing you. So don't follow it, even if a miracle takes place. Why do you think Jesus and the apostles go out of the way to keep appealing to the Hebrew scriptures and prophecy?
Because otherwise they would, if it was just by their miracles alone, they could say, well, you're not bringing the true faith, and it doesn't matter how many miracles you're doing, we still got to get rid of you.
That's why they kept saying, you're doing it by Satan. You're deceiving us. Because they knew that there are spiritual forces that are hostile that can empower someone to do miraculous feats to mislead someone from the truth. That ain't good enough. We don't see any continuity between your message and the Hebrew scriptures.
Yeah.
So people like, and I'm just saying this, go watch the debate he had. Trent Horn had a debate with a Unitarian. I wanted to tell Trent Horn, stay in your lane, friend. Don't enter into this. People like Trent Horn and Jimmy Akin weaponize rabbinic Jews against the fullness of the faith. They do, because they're admitting there's nothing in the Old Testament that can point to the Trinity. It's not explicit. And there was I don't mean to cut you off, brother. I just want to make this point because I know your time is fleeting too. Watch a clip between William Lane Craig and Tovia Singer. They had a short mini debate. And that debate, William Lane Craig agrees with Tovia Singer. If you read the Old Testament, you will not be able to establish the Trinity. And Tovia Singer is mocking him, saying, so you want us to give up the God that we've known and follow for this novel concept, this idea of the Trinity that you admit is not in the Hebrew scriptures? I don't think so.
Yeah, no, this is such an important tool to be able to actually have conversations with Jews that are willing to have conversations, right? Like it's not very frequent that you get that. Muslims are more willing to have the debate. Like Muslims, they're more brawlers, where the Jews typically, you know, they're more challenging to even have these conversations with. But if you're equipped to actually show the Trinity from the Old Testament, what a powerful thing to be able to demonstrate that from it's the same thing as when you talk to a Protestant and you use their Bible to show them in their Bible the Catholic teaching. It's like, if you can show somebody from the Old Testament where the Trinity has always been there, it really is a powerful demonstration to give.